Imagine growing up with a secret so dark you couldn't even speak your name without permission. That's the truth of my childhood, and today I'm finally ready to tell you why. It's a story that will shock you, twist your understanding of family, and leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. But there's a twist, one you won't see coming. As a kid, I never understood why I was never allowed to tell anyone my name. When the phone rang or someone came to the door, my sibling and I had to stay silent, no matter who it was. Our parents would always answer first, and only if they gave permission could we speak. Looking back now, it all seems so strange, but at the time, we just thought it was normal. We didn't know what was really going on, what our parents were protecting us from. Then one night, something happened that I'll never forget. The phone rang late, and for some reason, my parents weren't home. I picked it up, but before I could even speak, a deep voice on the other end said one word: don't. That one word, that one simple word, sent chills down my spine. I hung up immediately, but I knew something was wrong. Something I had to learn about. When I was older, my parents sat me and my sibling down. They told us something they had been hiding for years. Our grandfather, he wasn't just any ordinary man. He was a kidnapper. And worse, he was also a hitman. He had a dark past that our parents were terrified would come back to haunt us. That's why they never let us give out our names. They thought he might be searching for us, and we had to be careful. Our grandfather had been involved in a secret underground network for years. He was known for being one of the best, and no one dared cross him. He had connections that spanned continents, and his reputation was feared. But then, he disappeared. No one knew what happened to him, except for one thing. He had left behind enemies, and they were still out there. A few years ago, I received another phone call. The voice on the other end was familiar, but I couldn't place it. "It's time for you to know the truth," they said. And then they hung up. I was shaken, but at the same time, curious. I started digging deeper into my family's past, searching through old records and photos, trying to piece together the puzzle. What I found was more than I could have imagined. What I discovered completely changed everything I thought I knew. My grandfather, he wasn't dead. In fact, he had faked his own death and had been living under a new identity this whole time. He wasn't hiding from his enemies, he was hiding from us. The most mind-blowing part, he had been working for a powerful, shadowy organization. An organization that might still be keeping an eye on us. Now, the worst part of all. After all these years of believing my grandfather was gone, he finally showed up. A man walked into our lives, claiming to be an old acquaintance of my grandfather. He said we needed to meet, or else. That night, the storm raged outside as I stared at the man in front of me. I knew one thing for sure. This was just the beginning. My grandfather's shadow still loomed over us. And the real question is, why? But here's the twist you won't believe. The man who showed up, he wasn't just a stranger. He was my grandfather's former partner. And together, they had made a deal decades ago. A deal that would put everything I thought I knew into question. What's in those secret files? Who else is still out there, watching? And most importantly, are we still in danger? Does this mean my family is still connected to that world? Are we safe? Or is something much darker on the horizon? I don't know the answer yet, but one thing's for sure. This story is far from over. Stay tuned, because the real truth has yet to be